This is July 2023 and we're going to start our cruising for the year. Let's just see how far we get. Sunday 9th of July, leaving Haslar Marina on our way to East Caps. So just a quick hour and a half journey, and we have Bella. Go ahead. Bella, here we are. This is Bella. For those of you who don't know our cruising very well, we operate a boat with just 2 people on board, and we find that the 47 is just the right size that we can manage that on our own. Just a well-practiced technique, and we're off. For a short journey like this, we normally just kick the fenders inboard and ready to kick out when we arrive. The boat is suddenly turned into port. This is caused by the tide going past the harbour entrance, and now I'm having to take corrective action. Oh, a hovercraft is doing something very strange over there. It's just done a little snake. Hitting something or someone, probably us, or this boat. They're keeping Bella happy with some shimmy sticks. How you doing, Bella? You look well stressed out, I must say. How are you enjoying your cruise? Okay. What do you think? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. Yeah, she's okay.
When the sea is calm and the sun is out, making a short trip like this is such a pleasure. Occasionally, you need to press a button. Well, Bella, we're just passing Osborne House Loop. What do you think? I can see your nose twitching. You're smelling the sea air. Well, we're on a pontoon, East Caps Marina. It's big enough, but we are overhanging the jetty slightly. But actually, I'm 6 foot. It shouldn't really cause an issue for most people. I can walk underneath, but we are overhanging slightly, as you can see. You can see now where I've got to with my polishing. This bit I can do in the water. This bit's all done. This needs a good wash now. It's covered with paste. Bella, this is the Isle of Wight. Bella, your feet's in there. Your feet's in there. You can have mine. I think she'd rather have mine. Well, she's learning. She's eating her meal now. After she finished mine off. This is a big boat. Looks like he's doing a U-turn. I guess he's going to be loaded up. Well, back on Macau's floating bridge. Don't ask me why floating bridge. I mean, it's a ferry. Just call it a ferry. It's a boat. It's not a bridge. We are. No doubt we're in Cowes. There's a monument here for Cowes shipbuilding. I love these little these monuments, these little statues. Very impressive. Just look at the wind speed. It's peaked at over 32 knots. The Isle of Wight is very different to the rest of the UK. It's very quiet here, and lots of nice walks for Bella. Actually, it's still very windy today, but I'm taking a walk up Marina to the pub, and why not? This is Island Harbour, Marina. There's a lock because it does get rather shallow this part of Medina. We are way down there in this clouds, past those chimneys in the distance. Now in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, there's a double-decker bus, and that's apparently, if you've ever seen the Spice Girls film, there we go, I wasn't imagining it, as the signs say, the original Spice bus. Well, I've never seen the film, so I don't know. Island Harbour Marina, and I've walked all the way, 3 miles, that's not too far is it, 3 miles with Bella, see if I could get a nice cold drink and a rest before turning around and heading back. But alas, here we are, look. It's obviously only open in the evenings. No way can I get a drink. Come here. Back to the folly we go. Found the pub, didn't you, Bella? Found the pub, yeah? This is East Cowes. It's the most northernmost point on the Isle of Wight. In the background, we can see Southampton. I think this guy is going to be mooring up at the docks over the side of the river. Slow down for a stop. He's about to turn around. A great thing about our Nordhavn is that it's very safe for dogs. The side decks, very high. A few engine checks and we're heading back to Gosport. Okay, just left East Cowes Marina. Boats everywhere, I've been overtaken. We're going to be leaving the Medina River using the small boat channel and heading east towards Gosport. What we have here are my new sensors, my monitoring system. So I can monitor the temperature of stern band, 25 degrees, the stabiliser oil tank temperature, which is currently 48.5 degrees, it's warming up. The stabiliser cooling water outlet, those going out after the cooler, out of the boat. Useful to keep your eye on that, 31.9 degrees. We have a keel cooler, return temperature, a keel cooler flow temperature, so we can see how well the keel cooler is actually cooling down the engine heat. So my new sensors are all working fine, perfect. Well, the service is as busy as it always is. Boats everywhere. Well, not right now, but I mean, you saw how busy it was. Yeah, it's nice. It's always very sheltered. What's going on? The first time I've been on here in the Solent, and there hasn't been a panhandle made of it. I mean, today's not a busy day. This is the chart plotted display showing all the AIS locations of all the boats around us, and it's quite busy. Every now and again I like to go up and have a good look around, because it's always easy to see something from the top deck. Just keep an eye out on the back, make sure there's nothing creeping up behind us, that's so visible to radar. It would be pretty bad if I hit something when it's this clear and this good visibility. That would be pretty unprofessional, wouldn't it? So always keep your eyes peeled. It's quite possible for me to drive the boat just as easily from up here as down below. I've got another track mouse thing, and the display's identical to what's downstairs, just a bit smaller. I've disabled the touch screen facility because it's outside and you get a bit of water on the screen, it just interferes with things, so no need for that anyway. But I need to sort something out about the glare. These are nice and bright, but when it's so bright up here, all this white dashboard, they're hard to see, so I need some sort of shroud covering these, and then it'd be very usable. We have there on the IS there. Is that a helicopter? Well, this is us now entering Portsmouth Harbour. Now, the small ship channel is on the left, so we are going in the right way, in the right place. And our Marina, Haslar, is first one on the left. So just a little up and down whilst we get the fenders in position, and then they put us in the visitors spot, which is quite deep inside the entrance of the marina. Not too difficult to manoeuvre. Got the bow and stern thrusters, and we always make it look quite simple. Anyway, that was our short hop over from Cowes. Here we are, we're back at Gosport, Haslar Marina in Portsmouth Harbour, and a lovely sunny July day it is too. This looks like it's a sundial. You've got your pointer, your sun, your shadow, and all around the edge your numbers. So according to this, it's 4:30. It's 10 to 3. It's wrong. It don't work. The clock's faulty. Well, we are back at Haslar Marina in Gosport, which is the other side of Portsmouth Harbour to Portsmouth itself. You can see Portsmouth behind me, and we like it here. Now, this is something which is quite evident. Perhaps you American viewers don't realise about the UK is we don't normally have boats like Nordhavn's in this country, or anything like it. Now, this marina is a proper marina, and if you look around, all the boats behind me, typical of the boats you see in the UK marina, and we are in the centre of the Solent, which is the capital of boating in the UK, and we are just towering above every other boat around. There's nothing quite like a Nordhavn in this part of the world. Very unusual to see one. This is summer in the UK, and we're going for a walk because we're not going cruising, not in this wind.
Here to see the amount of cars that being able to share a room with.
I've said this before, unless you have it completely flat and you're in a little rib, even conditions like this are just too rough. We're doing 4 knots. Flat. The sea's quite flat. I'm heading into the waves, to the wind, and it's not. You can't go any faster than this in this thing. So, size matters. It really does. Turn it round and go with the waves and it's a different story. This is much better. This is the Royal Navy's flagship, HMS Queen Elizabeth. You'll see that the Queen Elizabeth is protected by a couple of police boats. And you're not allowed to go any nearer than this. You have to stay over this side of the harbour. If you do go over there, they've got machine guns. Ask me how I know. Having a little tour, I'm doing myself here, a little tour of Portsmouth Harbour. We have the Royal Navy dockyards on one side. Behind us we have Devon Quay, Gosport Marina, and where we're staying, Haslar Marina, and by the entrance there. Portsmouth city centre is, you can see the Spinnaker Tower behind me, and that's where Gunwharf Quays is, where all the fancy shops are. So I'm just going around the harbour, having a little look at all the boats. Not getting any nearer to the dockyard than that. I'm staying well clear. Well, we're passing the time at Haslar, taking Bella for a walk, relaxing. Well, that is until things like this happen. Boats almost hitting us. Whoa, breathe in. Just about. Crikey, that was close. Well, this is Haslar Marina. A very good favourite of ours. Very different to our home port. There's lots of activity going on, lots to see, and big ships and all. The water here, very clear. If you look, you can even see our stabilisers in the water. On Wanderlust, we cook using gas. We use a gas locker here. We use Calor gas bottles. Now, I've just found out, because one of them has run out, so I've changed over to the spare. I've just found out that Calor, nice of them, have discontinued these bottles. 3.9 kilogram propanes. No longer support them, and nor do they support the 4.5 kilogram ones. So every single boater, every single caravaner, motorhome that uses these has now got to change them for a 6 kilogram version. But Bella, excuse me. Right, back with you. As I say, we can fit the larger replacement size in here, which is 6 kilos, but finding them is proving difficult. Some shops that do have them in stock don't allow us to change these 3.9s for 6. Those that have got that facility don't have any in stock. So I guess I've got a little while whilst I use up the second tank to find a new supplier. And then we'll be fine. We'll be future-proofed if we can get a 6 in here. I believe they're 220mm higher, same diameter, so at least we have a big enough locker that we can fit these in. The only way to tell how much is in these tanks is to weigh them, because being liquefied, there's no pressure gauge, it wouldn't mean anything. There's no sight gauge, so weigh them. And the difference between empty and full tells you how much is in there. 8.7 for this one, 6.4 for an empty one. marvellous living out here today. What am I talking about? I'm still at the Marina. This is August. Where's the summer gone? Well, it's summer in the UK, as I say. Gusts of over 60 miles an hour. Look at this. Oh dear. I think we're staying. I think we're staying in the Marina a few more days before we head west. Welcome to Wanderlust. This is the engine room. Well, today I'm having some maintenance done on the engine. Some long awaited routine maintenance for no other reason than we should do because of the age of the boat. So today we're having a harmonic damper change, which is behind the main pulley here. This is the offending device. So the covers have come off. I'm cleaning those up. This is the pulley with the V-belts go on. Underneath that you have the harmonic damper, and this is on a tapered. The crankshaft is, that's a crankshaft basically, and that is a tapered fitting that's Loctited and bolted on. That's going to take some force to get off, and I think 500 Newton meters tightening force to do it back up again. Whilst that's off, we shall be changing the engine crankcase seal, and then later on we have some valve clearances to adjust for all three engines. So this is a job I'm not doing myself. I'm having an engineer, a specialist engineer, coming to do this, and that way I know it's done properly, and I'll be watching him. He's very kindly, hello Bella, very kindly allowed me to help him out, and I should be learning something. So yeah, it's always nice to know your engine inside and out, and this is one chance I get to have a look at it when all the bits are taken off. So this is the 3.75 kilowatt, I think it is, alternator. Well, it's 175 amps at 24 volts, so multiply the two numbers together, gives you your sum. 3,750 I think it is. And that belt, that big serpentine type belt, goes around these. This is the, I think, must be the water pump, I'm assuming. We have other pumps such as hydraulic pump here. This is a tensioner. Obviously this is the main. There's a drive belt there, and then the auxiliary belts go on the front pulley, which drive the another alternator which drives the engine batteries. See, I'm learning, I'm getting there. I mean, this is the beauty of having a Nordhavn. You've got a well-lit engine room, you've got space to work, and I'm 6 foot tall, and I've got standing space in here, you see? So it's a pleasure to actually to work on. And as an owner of a Nordhavn, I love to know where everything is in my engine room, where everything is. There's no excuse not to get down here and get your hands dirty, even though I like to have it immaculately clean. The expression "get your hands dirty" definitely is very fitting, because you, as an owner of a boat like this, out at sea on your own, you need to be able to know where stuff is when things start going wrong, what to look out for. And so having access to an engine room whilst you're going along at sea, and you could be at sea for days, you come down here, have a good look around when the engine's running, and yeah, keep an eye on things. You don't just shut the hatches and forget about it until you get to your destination. You're down here regularly doing engine room checks, give you that peace of mind, but in the middle of the night everything is smooth and running and you can relax and enjoy the journey. This is the build-up of dust off the belts. Look at that. No point putting this back on until we've cleaned everything. Well, today is the day we're having some maintenance done on the engine. I think it's the first time under my ownership, certainly, but that some routine maintenance like this has been done. And as far as I'm aware, in however long the boat has been in existence, which is since 2006, the valve covers have never come off, therefore the timings have never been done. Certainly the harmonic damper has never been changed, and it's now being done. According to the maintenance schedule, the harmonic damper here should be changed every 5 years. Now that's something which doesn't normally happen on a tractor where this engine was designed for initially. People don't bother, but on a boat it's more important to do that, and it's now been 17 years and it's never been done, so I'm doing it. There's nothing wrong with it. The boat has only done 600 hours or 650 hours, that's all. And yeah, that's it. Routine maintenance. You do the maintenance before it becomes a problem. You don't fix things, you make sure that they are in good working order so they don't break. That way when you go out to sea, you have the knowledge that everything is as good as it can be and you can relax, enjoy it. This has given me a good chance to get in here with all the belt guards off and the belts off to clean the bits that normally never see the light of day. I think the beauty of having a clean engine, apart from the fact that it's nice and clean, is that if anything goes wrong you can spot it easily because you have a nice clean slate to work with. You can see the first piece of oil drip or the first piece of dust where you didn't expect it or anything. So having a nice clean engine has its dividends in being able to spot things which you can fix before they become a real problem. Just give this a quick clean.
That isn't far off, but I just tighten it up just a bit.
This is what we're going to find. The fact that the engine's done so low hours that nothing needed doing anyway.
No.
And,
yeah.
But it's not a waste of time because we know it's done.
Yeah, it's meant to be what's called a tight sliding fit, and that's just a touch loose, but it's so close to being there. So when you tighten these up, if I just tighten them on the stud so it feels fine, you'll go, yeah, that's great. But as you tighten the lock nut, it stretches them back, so it's sort of fighting the threads. So you almost want to go just a bit, well that is a bit tighter there, just a bit tighter, because as you tighten it up, the lock nut, it will pull them up, especially the way that one was just tightened.
That's 18 thou you've got there.
Yes, yeah. That's a good check. It is, yes, yeah, because obviously I'm doing the 18, the 14th thou on the, yeah, that's pretty good.
It's 14 on the inlet, was it?
Yes, yeah, inlets are always less than exhaust because exhaust run hotter, so you always have, the larger number will always be the, well, pretty much every engine I've worked on, the larger number is always on the exhaust.
So it looks like a new engine inside.
Yes, it is
that
funny thing, you're carrying around something that's very unlikely to get a lot of use. So.
I think most of the hours on this engine have been put on warming the engine up for oil changes.
Yes, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That and a bit of commissioning. Oh, it feels like it's going in there pretty well actually, so as long as it holds up when I put it the other way around.
That's what happens when you buy the genuine parts, then you get a better product. Okay, we're at Gosport, which is inside Portsmouth Harbour, and I looked out the window and I can see all these crowds gathering on the side. Over here in the distance you can see lots of people. Also at the Gosport side, where the ferry terminal is, there's lots of people gathering. We've got a police boat here, tugs. I think our flagship aircraft carrier is going to be leaving the harbour, because we are at high water. I can't think of any explanation why they've closed the harbour to all traffic, and they have all these vessels about. So either something very, very big is coming in, or the aircraft carrier is about to leave. So we'll see which it is.
Cruiser zone around HMS Prince of Wales in accordance with local notice to mariners 13 of 23. This is K10 Portsmouth out.
That's the King's Harbour Master at Portsmouth. They've shut the small ships channel to the entrance. The lights are now on the police boat. No one can leave or enter the Portsmouth Harbour, because basically the second aircraft carrier of the Royal Navy, the Prince of Wales, is coming in. So we shortly have both aircraft carriers in the same place in full view. So that's due to come in any moment now. Well, this is exciting for me, as I've never seen the two aircraft carriers together before. It's currently a mile and a half outside the harbour. It says AIS say it's constrained by her draft, which is why the ship is coming in at high water. And yeah, we're just awaiting it to come in now, and lots of people here see that happen. Wow, that's big. That is big.
Break off with Patrol 1 K.
Well, there we are. That's both aircraft carriers of the Royal Navy. Side by side, look.
Impressive.
Very impressive. What do you think, Bella? What do you think?
Yeah, she's impressed too, aren't you, Baba? Hey?
At some stage, it looks like there's be some water on there, which we noticed because there's a very slight ring, which you probably clean off. Want to see what that was. But there is no reason for it whatsoever. Had a good look around. No, I can't see why that's happened. It's not condensation, I don't think. I don't know, but it's not happening anymore. Don't know. Always nice to look up here, see how this boat's made. It's everything is painted, flow coated, and yeah, good quality. I need to check how much water is under the boat. It's actually low water now at Gosport, Haslar Marina, and as you can see by the shape of the jetty there, it's not actually floating anymore. Let's better go and see how much draft I've got. It's enough. It varies between 1.7 and, well, take your pick. Which reading do you like the best? Look at that. My lovely view of Portsmouth Harbour's disappeared. Can't see over the harbour wall. Well, up here, the view's a little better. I can still just about see the aircraft carriers and HMS Victory and HMS Warrior. They haven't gone anywhere, they're still there. Well, we're still in Gosport. It's been a few weeks. We're trying to move on to new destinations, but the weather is pretty terrible. I mean, today it's actually blowing a severe gale 9 out in the English Channel. So, but it's looking better for Wednesday. So we'll be heading off hopefully Wednesday, heading west. And then it's been nice here, but it's time to move on.
Join us in the next part where we are heading over to Portland.